بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Now we're moving on to Ismul Fa'il. So now we're moving on to the Ismul Fa'il. What's Ismul Fa'il? Ismul Fa'il means by hay'ah, by form it is a noun, but it shows the meaning of a fa'il. So ad-darbu thalith, the third type of nouns which govern other Ismul Fa'il. So asma'un fiha ma'na al-fa'il are those nouns which have a verbal meaning built into them. وَهُوَ كُلُّ لَفْظٍ يُفْهَمُ مِنْهُ مَعْنَى فَعْلٍ. And this is every word from which the meaning of a fa'il is inbuilt. Correct? And there are three of them. One is Ismul Fa'il, then is another one. G. So every word which has the meaning of a fa'il will be amil because it has a fa'il meaning, so it will be governed like a fa'il. And the first one is Ismul Fa'il. وَهُوَ تَعْمَلُ أَمَلَ مَا هُوَ فِي مَعْنَاهُ. It will do the same amal of the verb which meaning it consists of. So if the Ismul Fa'il has the meaning of fa'il madi, it will do amal fa'il madi. If it's a fa'il madi muta'addi, it will have maf'ul bihi as well. If it's fa'il lazim, it will have a meaning of it will have only a fa'il. If it's amr, has the meaning amal of an amr. If it has the meaning of whatever meaning it has, it will do amal according to that. Are you following? Achha. So, فَتَرْفَعُ الْفَاعِلَ, for example here, هَيْهَاتَ هَيْهَاتَ لِمَا تُوعَدُونَ. Now here, this hayhata is a ta'kid lafzi, and hayhata is the ism al-fa'il, ma tu'adun is the fa'il, and Islam is lamul bayan, like a za'id, to mention who the fa'il is. So hayhata is ba'uda. So ba'uda lima tu'adun, woe to you, or woe to what you are being promised. Hayhata lima tu'adun. Yes? You can also have a maf'ul bihi if this is the meaning of fa'il lazim. And this balha is the meaning of fa'il muta'addi. So therefore, balha ay utruk ash-sharra. So now sharra becomes maf'ulun bihi. You following? So each of the ismul fa'il will do amal according to the meaning of the fa'il it represents. So balha represents utruk, and utruk is a fa'il muta'addi. Hayhata means ba'uda. Ba'uda is the meaning of fa'il lazim, only have a fa'il. And here lima tu'adun, that's not maf'ulun bihi, that's a fa'il. And that lam is lam zaid al-bayan. That lam is showing who the fa'il is. So in hayhata, the fa'il is lima tu'adun. Okay. Now, there are different ways of looking at the ismul fa'il. You can analyze it from different ways, different perspectives. The first perspective is isma'ul fa'il takunu bima'na al-fa'l al-madi. What does it become? Fa'lun madi. For example, hayhata lima tu'adun. So hayhata means ba'uda. What's ba'uda? Madi or mudari? Madi. You can also have the meaning of fa'il mudari. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Don't say to your parents, uff. What does uff mean? I am bored. I am not bored, I am annoyed. So obviously, uffin, like, is just. So when you say uffin, uff means atazajjar. I am annoyed. I am put off. So this is the meaning of fa'il mudari. And you can also have the meaning of amr. For example, ameen. What does ameen mean? Ya Allah, istajib. So there's amr. So according to you can have a fa'il madi meaning, fa'il mudari meaning. You can also have a amr meaning. Ameen, so what does ameen mean? Istajib ya Allah, istajib. And anta is a fa'il, referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So according to the zaman, it can have any of the three tenses as same as a verb. According to the asal, like what is it originally? There's a few possibilities. So the ismul fa'il can be like this. Sama'i or qiyasi. Qiyasi means, okay, there's actually a rule for this. A particular pattern. That's a sama'i. What does sama'i mean? Two possibilities. Murtajil or manqula. Murtajil means murtajil. This means like it has been initiated and coined for the meaning of ismul fa'il. Like it's no other meaning but ismul fa'il meaning. Are you following? There is no other meaning but the ismul fa'il meaning. And the manqula means actually it was a jar majroor before. And the jar majroor now taking the meaning of an amr. Or a dharf, dunak. It was a mastar originally. Now the mastar has a verbal meaning. Or the tambi is a harfu tambi, and the harfu tambi has not encompassed the verbal meaning. So in this manqula, it means here that these were originally had other functions, but now the functions like a majaz and it's changed over time, and now it's become a ismu fa'il. And the murtajil means that it was nothing but ismul fa'il. It was always ismul fa'il. There was no origin to this. Are you following? Is this clear to everybody? Yes? So for example, the sama'i, وَهُوَ مُرْتَجِلَةٌ وهي ما وضعت من أول أمرها مرتجلة. It is that which has been coined from the initiative. Meaning whenever this word was coined, it was coined to show the meaning of a verb, but grammatically they used it as a noun. It doesn't have the conjugations and the other features of a fa'il. Are you following? Minha, that's just a list of them. Like you can't make up hayata, like you can't make up your own words like hayata, like layhata or laylata or something. You can't make it up. You following? So hayata, ba'uda. Just learn the list. Way. What does way mean? Ay a'jab. So way كأن الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر. Understood? So like way, تعجب, like أتعجب. So way كأن الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء من عباده ويقدر. Now how do you translate this? It depends on the i'rab and tarkib of this. So strap up, put your seatbelts on. We're going to go for a ride on the i'rab of way كأن. So let's put it here. Put this down for now over here. Okay. So way كأن, there's a few madhahib in the i'rab of this. How do we do the i'rab of way كأن? What is it? So number one opinion regarding way كأن, press this thing please. Yeah. Is أنها مركبة من way. So one opinion is way اسم فعل والكاف للتعليل. So what's way? Is way ka. So way is what? تعجب, and ka is a reason. And وما بعدها مجرورة, and after the ka, and anna is majroor of the way ka. So what does way mean? أعجب. Why am I أعجب? لأن الله تعالى يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر. So it's one i'rab. So way means أتعجب, I am amazed at this fact. So it is amazing how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spreads his rizq for whoever he wishes, and he constrains it for whoever he wants. So in this translation, this i'rab, way is ta'ajjub, ism fa'al, and the ka is ta'lil. So لأن. So way means أتعجب. So I am amazed at this fact. Another possibility is مركبة من way للتعجب والكاف للخطاب. Are you following? Like for example, ذلك ذلكما ذلكم. So kaf is not harf jar. What is it? Harf al-khitab. So then, وَأَنَّ وَمَا بَعْدَهَا مَنْسُوبٌ مِنْ نَزْعِ الْخَافِض. However, same meaning as this. Because it's mansub min naz'il khafis. And what's mahzuf min? Are you following? But it has the same transition as this. Because way is what? Ata'ajjab. And ka is mukhatab, wayka. And then, why you muta'ajjib? Why are you amazed? Min anna Allah yabsutu rizqa liman yasha. The min is mahzuf. The mansub min naz'il khafis. Is that clear? Third possibility, مركبة من وجه التعجب وكأن للتشبيه. So again, it's a similar meaning. Ta'ajjub is amazing. It is as though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives his rizq to whoever he wants. And the fourth is way is mukhaffaf min waylun. Now in this one, it's not ism fa'il at all basically. So it's really waylun. So instead of saying waylu, we say wayhun. So way. So waylun becomes way. That's it. And then kaf is mudaf ilayhi. والكاف مضاف إليه أن مفعول به فعل مقدم تقديره ويلك. So ويلك أي ويك. So kaf is مضاف إليه of والكاف مضاف إليه. ويك أي ويلك. ويلك. Woe to you. Yes. And is تقدير ويلك أعلم أن. And then what's happening here? And then the أن مضاف إليه. And then the أن is مفعول به فعل مقدم. اعلم ويلك. So wake. Wake. It's really wake. So أي ويلك, like woe to you, do you not know? إن الله يرزق رزق لمن يشاء ويقدر. أي اعلم أن الله يقدر رزق لمن يشاء ويقدر. Okay, so in this situation the way is not at all, it's not فعل التعجب at all. In this one, in these first three possibilities, what's the waylun? اسمه فعل فتعجب. So way. And then there's three different ways of doing the ka. One is this kaf ta'lil, one is kaf khitab, and one is kaf tashbih. Don't really know how to change the meaning. So this is way is ta'ajjub in all three cases, and then the ka have ikhtilaf in that. And in this one, the way is actually waylun, not ism al-fa'il. It's like a dua. Woe to you, you should know this. That Allah is the one who gives the rizq to whoever he wishes, and he constrains it for whosoever he wishes. Everybody following here? And the fourth scenario, the fourth possibility of the i'rab of this is not ismul fa'il again, but why is kalimat tanaddum? Like when you nadama means to be regretful, but instead of you what do you say here? To express your regret, you say way. So one is waylun, is if I would say waylun to you. Like why, like you don't even know this much. And why coming for myself, that why I made a mistake. Oh Allah, what mistake did I make? Are you following? So it's not tawbih, but it's rather tanaddum. And the kaf is fi khitab. Ay nandamu ala tamannina mithla ma utiya qarun. The way we were saying before, ya layta lana mithla ma utiya qarun. So they say, why we should not have done this. Allah is the one who gives rizq to whoever He wants, and He takes from whoever He wants. We should not have said that we wish we had what Fir'aun, what Musa, what Qarun had. So that's why. Why is now why? It's kalimatu tanaddum. Different possibilities here. Is that clear? Right. So now moving on back to the Sama'i Ismul Fa'il. You have Ruwaida. Now that I don't know who Ruwaida. I don't know where that who comes from. Ruwaida ay amhil. So Ruwaida is the Fa'il Amr. So Ruwaida means what? To wait. To take it, give it ease, take it easy. There's also some kalam in Ruwaida. We'll do that tomorrow, inshaAllah. Subhanallah, bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli wa nasallimu ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd. So inshaAllah, we are continuing with our Ismul Fa'il. So the next one we have is, I said who was a mistake. So it's supposed to be Ruwaida. Okay. Now regarding Ruwaida, so the example we have Amhilhum Ruwaida. Now this example doesn't really fit the rule properly. I'll explain shortly. You click the screen, please. Yeah, okay. Now, when you have Balha, so Balha is coming up later on, and Ruwaida. So Balha is in the meaning of Utruk. Okay? So these two words, they come in two situations. They come munawwan and ghayr munawwan, with a tanween and without a tanween. When they come without a tanween, it's going to be well, even though it's ismul fa'il, majority of the nuhat say when they come biduni tanween ay ghayra munawwanin, fahuma isma fa'li amrin, they become ismul fa'il. For example, balha sharra utrukhu wa ruwayda li muflisin ay amhilhu. So when you have Ruwaida, now Ruwaida doesn't have tanween. In this example, Balha does not have tanween. So therefore these are going to be what? Ismu fa'il in the manner of Amr. وَإِذَا وَرَدَتَا بِتَنْوِينٍ. When they have tanween, in that situation, they become maf'ul mutlaq of the fa'layhima al-mahdhufain la ismay fa'lin. Yes? If you have a tanween, in that situation, they say that the balhan is now gone back to it's an ism, not ism fa'il. Or what is it now? What ism shows the fa'il meaning the masdar? Maf'ul mutlaq. So if I say balha sharra, it means say utruki sharra. Yes? If I say balhan akhaka, stop stressing your brother out. So balhan, in this Turkey, what's balhan becoming? This becomes maf'ulun mutlaq. This becomes maf'ulun mutlaqun. Becomes what? Maf'ulun mutlaqun. And what's mahzuf? The fa'il before it. Utruk akhaka balhan. Similarly here, Ruwaydan al-muflisa. This is maf'ulun mutlaq, not ism fa'il. And muflis is maf'ul bihi of the masdar, and the fa'il is mahzuf. Are you following? Yes? So in this ayah, amhilhum ruwaydan is, according to most, ruwaydan is a maf'ulun mutlaq. Yes, Ruwayda is maf'ul mutlaq min ghayri lafz al-fa'il. So rawdun means take it easy. And amhil also means to give respite. So rawd is a masdar, but you can have a masdar not of the verb if it has the same meaning. So for example, you have jalasa, jalastu, wa jalastu jalastu wa qu'udan, jalastu qu'udan. Are you following me? Jalastu qu'udan. We have jalastu qu'udan is maf'ul mutlaq of this verb Even though it's not the same word, but has the same, what? It has the same meaning. So similarly, ruwaydan is a masdar of, is a tasghir of rawdun. And rawdun and amhil have the same meaning to give respite. So amhilhum imhalan. But more tanawwu' and a variation is amhilhum ruwayda. And then the other meanings and fa'id of having a different verb and a tasghir. You can tafsir for that, inshaAllah. Understood? So ruwaydan is the meaning of ruwayda. The next ism al-fa'il we're discussing, which comes in the Quran, is halumma. What does halumma mean? Ahdir, bring. So halumma shuhada'akum. Translation is, bring forth your witnesses. Acha. We have a verse in the Quran that says halumma ilayna. What do you have? And halumma ilayna means come to us. There's no bring to us. Are you following? So there's two Arabs of this, two ways of the grammarians have analyzed this. So halumma is a fi'l amr. Yes? Fi'l amr. But it means here, bring. When you say halumma ilayna, so okay, this is here, well, this halumma, laysa fihi maf'ul bihi, it's not maf'ul bihi. Rather, it means here, this here means ta'al, not ahdir. What does ta'al mean? Come, ta'al, come. Yes? Are you following me? So one opinion in this verse, we can't say maf'ul bihi, can you? Halumma ilayna, translation is come to me. Halumma shuhada'akum is very clear. Shuhada'akum becomes a maf'ulun bihi, so bring, make your shuhada, your witnesses present, bring them, make them attend. But in this verse, the second verse, halumma ilayna, what's the problem in halumma ilayna? For us, there's no maf'ul bihi. So we say no, this halumma is in the ma'na of ta'al. And they have poems to show this. Like poetry, the Arab did use this in that meaning. Second possibility is no, it is in the ma'na of what? Ahdir. But the maf'ul bihi is muqaddar. Nafsak. Halumma nafsaka ilayna. Bring your souls to me. Which means, come to me. Bring yourself to me. So the maf'ul bihi is what? Mahdhuf. So two possibilities. Halumma in this ayah is actually what? Fi'lun lazim. Halumma ilayna is fi'lun lazim, which means ta'al. And the other way of looking at it is actually it is fi'l muta'addi and the maf'ulun bihi ay nafsaka. Bring yourself to me. Is mahdhuf, which then makes it the same meaning as ahdir.
The first question.
Moving on, we have a few more which are not Quran related. We just can list them. Ameen, what does Ameen mean? Istajib, accept. So we say, wala dhalleen, say Ameen, meaning, wallah, accept the dua that we made, ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. In our duas, Ameen, Ya Rab, meaning, Ya Allah, iqbil, taqabbal du'a'i, istajib du'a'i. Hayya and hayya hal. Hayya ala salah, come to salah, aqbil ila salah. Acha, sar'an. Sar'ana means ma asra'a, ay, and ma asra'a is fi'l ta'ajjub. This is fi'l ta'ajjub. Sar'an is fi'lu, is fi'l amr, but for ta'ajjub, isn't it? Are you following? Asri' bihi. Okay? For example, sar'ana ma taghayyarat ahwalun nas. How quickly have the people's situation and circumstances changed. So sar'ana ma taghayyarat ahwalun nas becomes what? What does it become? It's ismul fa'il. Now sar'an is muthallathus sin. What does muthallath mean? It can be read. Muthallath. What does thalathun mean? Three. So it's muthallathus sini meaning? What are the three ways? What are three ways? So sar'ana, sur'ana, sir'ana, muthallath. There's a book called Muthallath al-Qutrub. So Qutrub, that's not his name, it's laqab. So Qutrub is like a firefly, I think. So he was always by his teacher so much asking questions. They call him a firefly, Qutrub. He keeps buzzing around his teacher, just asking for questions. So Qutrub, he's got a book called Al-Muthallath. So in there he has a poem, and all the words that come in all three ways, he mentions it like a poem. For example, ghamrun, ghimrun, ghumrun. You following? So they say, okay, ghamrun means this, ghimrun means this, ghumrun means this. Are you following? So all the nouns, many nouns which he come across with a muthallath. Yes? Hurrun, harrun, hirrun. Different meanings. So here muthallathun means it can be read all three ways. So yajuzu dhammatu wal fathatu wal kasratu ala sin sar'an. And because it has a meaning of ta'ajjub. Remember, af'il bihi ma asra'ahu is what? Ta'ajjub. So if I say, تغير أحوال الناس كثيرا. Sorry, تغير أحوال الناس سريعا. Okay. Information. But you don't expect it. تعجب. سرعان ما تغير أحوال الناس. That means now, Very quickly the people, circumstances and the behavior change. Mah. What's mah mean? Ukfuf. Mah, stop. Mah. Bas, bahut ho gaya. Stop. Sah means uskut, and I told you before, sah means uskut. It came before sah. And sahin means uskut. Totally from everything, yes? Uffin, Quran ayah uffin means atazajjar. Yeah, obviously, atazajjar, you know, say, I am annoyed. Say, ah. You follow me? And then shattana is ba'uda. And it comes with like two things. Shattana ma bayna sidqi wal kidm. And also ta'ajjub in this. Shattana, how different is sidq and kidm? Very different. Shattana ma bayna al-nuri wal dhulumat. Shattana ma bayna al-imani wal kufr. Are you following me? Shattana, how different? How different. So these are the murtajila. These are the ismul fa'il or murtajila, which mean they are used from the onset. Shattana wasn't anything. It wasn't shattun is one meaning, ana is another meaning. Shattun is mufrad, ana is muthanna. Is this shattana? Is this murtajil? All of these, ruwaydan, balha, all of these are murtajil, meaning they use in the meaning of ismul fa'il from the onset whenever they were coined. Now we're moving on to manqula, that these ismul fa'il were originally something else before. Now you've got a few situations. It's manqul from jar and majroor. So when you say alaykum bi sunnati, it means alaykum means, now you can do it both ways. You can say, for example, alaykum means ilzam sunnati. So the alaykum bi sunnati wa sunnatu khulafa'i ar-rashidin min ba'di aw addu 'alayha bin nawajiz. Yes? So alaykum bi sunnati. So alaykum was, what does alaykum mean here? Mean alaykum bis salat al-fajr mal jama'ah. Whole fast. But alaykum actually was what originally? Ala and kum. Then after constant usage, it became, in the meaning of it, it became manqul. Now it's ismul fa'il. So alaykum, it's called ismul fa'il. It's not called harfu fa'il or whatever. You get it? You could have, if somebody had changed, they could have probably, if they wanted to, could have made it two types, ismul fa'il and harfu fa'il. But they don't do that. So alaykum is a noun. But really is what? Harfun jar and majroor. But just don't go down that kind of worms, right? Okay? It can manqul an dharf. Where is the manqul from? Dharf. For example, دونك الكتاب. دونك. أي خذه. دونك means do. And again, in these, because these are actually made up of two words that can be conjugated. عليك, عليكم, عليكم, عليكي, عليكم, عليكن. You can change it, conjugate it. دونك, دونه, دونهما. أمامك, أمامك. أمامك means go ahead, go ahead. Somebody comes, where is أمامك? خلفك, خلفك. Go back, go back. And here you can say what? That the fa'il is mahzuf if you wanted to. You can argue what the fa'il is mahzuf. تقدم أمامك. Yes? G. Or manqul from masdar. So balha is actually a masdar. What's balha? Masdar. The word balha comes in one variation of a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In hadith al-Qudsi, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala narrates Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he says, أَعْدَدْتُ لِعِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحِينَ مَا لَا عَيْنٌ رَأَتْ وَلَا أُذُنٌ سَمِعَتْ وَلَا خَطَرَ عَلَى قَلْبِ بَشَرٍ. Yes, I have prepared for my pious servants what no eyes has ever seen, what no ears have ever heard about. And you can't even imagine this dhukhran as a reward and a treasure is stored for you in the hereafter. بَلْهَ مَا أَطْلَعَكُمُ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ بَلْهَ مَا أَطْلَعَكُمُ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ. What does that mean? Da'u, leave or set aside or furthermore. Yes? مَا إِطَّلَعْتُمْ عَلَيْهِ مِنْ نَعِيمِ الْجَنَّةِ وَعَرَفْتُمُوهُ. So apart from what you have said in the Quran, وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا أَزْوَاجٌ مُطَهَّرَةٌ وَهُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا فَوَاكِهُ وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا مَا يَشْتَهُونَ. Yes? وَفُرُشٍ مَرْفُوعَةٍ وَأَكْوَابٍ مَوْضُوعَةٍ وَنَمَارِقُ مَصْفُوفَةٍ وَزَرَابِيُّ مَبْثُوثَةٍ. That's all there. But leave all of that aside is also more. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala initially only used our vocabulary so we can understand what you would like to receive in Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has described it according to your understanding. But balha, leave aside what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed him in the Quran. There's also much more. So balha, it comes in this version here. One hadith. Only time I found it in the hadith and the nafs. So balha. You can also manqul for harfu tanbih. What's harfu tanbih? Ha. What's harfu tanbih? Ha. So we have here ha zaydan. What does ha mean? Khudh. Khudh. And after the ha, what can you have? You can have ha and a meme. Ha So ha اقرأوا كتابية. This is تنازل الفعلين. تنازل اسم فعل تنازل فعل في مأمور واحد. ها كتابية واقرأوه. Come take my book and read it. So take my book and read it. ها means خذ. Look at my book. This is my ها اقرأوا كتابية إني ظننت أني ملاق حسابية. He was expecting to meet this book of good deeds on a day of Qiyamah. So he said ها كتابية. So this is a فعل مفعول به here, and this is تنازع in here. So ها اقرأوا كتابية. Come and read my book. Come and read my book. So after ha, you have a meme. You can also have a ta after ha. Hatu burhanakum. But here, the meaning changes slightly because in a ha, it means a khudh. Ha means khudh. But ha tu means what? No, bring. Like halumma. So ha tu when it has a ta has a slightly different meaning, which means to bring. So far, so good. Everybody following? Any questions regarding this? Yeah. And then after that, we have the qiyasi. There's certain ismul fa'il which are qiyasi. There's a pattern. What is it? Fa'ali al-ma'dulatu an ifmin if'al. So instead of saying inzil, you say fa'ali. If'al fa'ali. Inzil nazali. This is finding poetry in terms of when you have challenge you to a duel. Come on, come off your horse, nazali. Let's have a fight. Come off your horse, come off your camel. We'll fight to the death. So nazali, inzil. You follow me? So nazali is inzil. Fahim? Alright. Now, that was an explanation of the ismul fa'il bi'tibari wad'ihi. How was it coined? Now bi'tibari tasarrufihi. Is it conjugatable, non-conjugatable? So you have some of them which are conjugatable. For example, alayka, alaykuma. And you also get غير متصرف, like hayhata. So when we have hayhata, غير متصرف, then that will remain the same in all situations. So مذكر مؤنث are all the same. You say بلها الشر يا زينب. You must say بلهي, بلها, بلهما, بلهم, بلهي. It is بلها. When you speak to Zainab or Ahmad, you say بلها الشر يا زينب يا Ahmad. It wouldn't change. If you're talking to Ahmad, you say يا عليك بكتاب الله يا أحمد, and عليكي بكتاب الله يا زينب. Are you understanding? Are you following? Okay. And one final point here is that because the ismul fa'il is da'if in amal, so therefore لا يجوز تقديم معموله عليه. The ma'mul doesn't come before it. You want to say زيدا عليك يا ذنبا تراكي. We say تراكي ذنبا يا عليك زيدا عليك سنة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Are you following me? Clear? Yes? So you cannot say زيدا عليك or ذنبا تراك. What do you have to say? Because when the amal is weak, the doing amal ma qablahu is needs more strength. It's a philosophy of the Nahw. But we found that the Arabs don't do amal on a muqaddam amil of the ismul fa'il. I mean, analyze it, it seems that there's a philosophy that they use, which is that the fa'il is the strongest amil. Then the sifat mushabbahatun bismi fa'il, like for example, fa'alun lima yurid. So you kind of have the ism mubalagha before it. You have the ism fa'il, but the amil before is a bit very rare because it's weak in amal. It's very, very weak in amal, the ism fa'il. So that's why you don't have the amil, the ma'mul, muqaddam. Are you following? Is it finished? سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. So one question came in is that in other amil which are da'if, like for example the ismul fa'il, the shibhul fa'il. So there what did you do? You bring lam al-taqwiyah. And lam al-taqwiyah comes in a ma'mul, which is not normally used with lam, to create strength, and then the amal is allowed on the ma qablahu. So the question is, can we use that in ismul fa'il? So by making sarahatan that you can't have the ma'mul muqaddam, I would assume it also includes the lam taqwa. So you wouldn't say li zaydin alayka or li dhanbi taraki. You wouldn't say that. Yes, you can say, for example, lil khayri fa'ala, kana lil khayri fa'ala. You can say that because of lam taqwa. But in ism al-fa'il, you do not have this. Subhanallah wa bihamdi subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.